You know the iron discipline of the Roman legionaries, but here is something almost nobody realizes about them. These same men staged history's first major workers' strike. Some were forced to fight as gladiators in brutal arenas. Others became subjects in live medical experiments that tested human limits. So why would anyone voluntarily endure 25 years of this harsh life? The answer lies in Rome's economic system, which even tricked its own soldiers. It is no coincidence that our word salary comes from the Latin for salt. In early Rome, soldiers were literally paid part of their wages in salt. Salt preserved food and was as valuable as gold at the time. Later, silver coins replaced salt as currency for soldiers' pay. Under Augustus, a legionary's annual gross income was set at 225 denarii. On paper, this was a significant sum compared to farmers or craftsmen. In reality, only about 100 to 120 denarii reached the soldiers' hands. The state deducted the costs of food, clothing, armor, tents, and even the camp itself. There was also a compulsory contribution to a military funeral fund. Whatever little remained was quickly spent in towns outside the camps, taverns, barbers, brothels. The money always returned to the Roman economy. This was Rome's genius. Even a soldier's pay flowed directly back to the state. Money itself was kept under strict military discipline and control. Officers lent money at interest rates ranging from 6 to 12%. If a soldier failed to repay, promotions and bonuses were immediately lost. Debt made soldiers dependent on the system throughout their lives. Handwritten loan contracts found in camps prove how organized the system was. Legionaries were forbidden to marry legally until the year 197 AD. Rome believed that family ties would weaken loyalty to the eagle. In practice, the ban had almost no effect on daily life. Thousands of unofficial wives and children lived in the settlements called canabi. These people were legally invisible, no citizenship, no inheritance rights. Until Septimius Severus lifted the ban, Rome silently tolerated these invisible families. All this pressure eventually reached a breaking point. In the early 2nd century, the Rhine legions went on strike. They abandoned their forts and chained their officers. They marched toward Rome, demanding change, higher pay, shorter service, and humane treatment were their main demands. The revolt grew so large that some demands were actually granted. Yet the soldiers' real dream was never the regular salary alone. They longed for enormous special bonuses called donativum. A single donativum could equal 5 to 10 years of a normal soldier's pay. Over time, this system contributed to instability in the empire. Legions shifted loyalty to whoever promised the largest donativum. In 193 AD, Didius Julianus literally bought the imperial throne with one huge payment. Roman discipline extended into the darkest and most brutal corners of society. Legionaries convicted of crimes were forced to fight as gladiators in arenas. For a soldier, this was the ultimate humiliation. From the honor of the battlefield to the screams of the arena, special units called carnifex performed live surgeries on condemned men. Even soldiers sentenced to death could be used in these experiments. Much of modern anatomy traces its origins back to these cruel laboratories. So why would anyone choose this life for 25 long years? Because every alternative was far worse. Peasants faced drought, crushing taxes, and hunger. Craftsmen had irregular incomes and no social safety nets. Slaves were nothing more than property with no rights at all. A legionary received steady pay, daily food, medical care, proper equipment, and social status. After 25 years came the honesta missio, the honorable discharge. The veteran received 3,000 denarii, or a large farm on the empire's frontier. This reward equaled roughly 12 years of his original gross salary. Many veterans used these grants to spread Roman culture across far provinces. They became silent colonizers of the empire's distant regions. The Roman legionary was far more than just a soldier. He was one of history's first professional state employees. For 25 years, he carried the empire on his back with loyalty and skill. He was Rome's true invisible hero, shaping history beyond the battlefield. As we trace the lives long lost to time, continue this journey by subscribing.